Celebrate the summer solstice in community.
Join our annual Arts and Wellness Festival to connect, create, and celebrate with the Soultry sisters.
In 2023, we explored what it means to cultivate your sanctuary.
Our 3-day festival highlights BIPOC, women, and queer artists and wellness practitioners based in San Diego.
Each year, we collaborate with featured guest artists to build our festival program, which includes creative expression classes, wellness workshops, and performances.
Day 1 of the festival is all about connection. We begin our festival with a social mixer where attendees enjoy music, dancing, and have an opportunity to meet other attendees, guest artists, and us.
Day 2 of the festival is all about creating. Our arts and wellness workshops give folks an opportunity to explore, embrace, and embody what cultivating your sanctuary means to them.
Day 3 of the festival is all about celebration. There is music, dancing, performances, and an open mic for attendees to share. Without a doubt, we always close with a dance party and teach folks the Soultry strut.
We are grateful for all the memories made each year at our Summer Solstice Arts and Wellness Festival, and we can't wait to see you next year.
In the meantime, remember to keep living vibrant and shining bright.
Hey y'all!
Hey y'all! Happy anniversary, Soultry! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's our birthday.
Yes, we turned 5. So we are 5 years old now. Soultry Sisters has been around. Okay.
Yes. Thank you all who are joining us live. We're so excited to be taking some time to celebrate, reflect with you all. So let us know where you are tuning in from and what you are sipping on for today's celebration. I'm tuning in from Oceanside, San Diego, California, and I am double fisting today, right, y'all? I'm doing coffee because it's 9 a.m. here in San Diego, but also I have my sparkly beverage. So I'm probably going to end with this, but I'm starting with that. And I really feel like those news anchors that, get all dolled up in the morning. I wanted to look cute today, but I'm still waking up.
That's funny. So, hey everyone, I'm tuning in from snowy Washington, D.C., and I am sipping on this bubbly, what is it called? It's the Poppy brand prebiotic soda, and it's the raspberry rose. Aisha put me onto this, but it's sparkly, but I'm tired and I didn't feel like having alcohol in the morning, so I'm having a sparkling soda.
Yes, we love any type of fun beverage. Okay, who we have in here with us? We got Larry. Hello and good morning. Congratulations. Thank you so much. We have Krista here. Congratulations. Thank you. We got Kyle here. Thank you. Thank you. We have Ashley. Thank you. And then Soultry Mama tuning in from Oceanside saying congratulations. Thanks, fam. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, so if you haven't already, definitely check out our follow our Instagram, social media. Everything is at Soultry Sisters, and our website is soultrysisters.com. So if you're wondering, I've been wondering what they've been up to, we always update our website. It has all of our events for our winter series. We have things for some special things that we're going to announce in a second. So I won't get ahead of myself. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube because we have our weekly book clubs on our YouTube channel. We have different movement practices. So if you're into yoga, Pilates, mindful movement, and you didn't already know, you can definitely check that out on our page. And today is a celebration. So of course, we welcome all of the support. We appreciate you all for tuning in live. But we also, if you're feeling abundant and want to give to us, since it's our birthday, then you could donate at Soultry Sisters on Venmo, PayPal. And if you have other methods of payment that you would like, you can inquire and we will try to make that work for you all. But we are open to receiving the abundance that is coming towards us.
Yes.
So if you or someone you know feels like giving, then Soultry Sisters is willing to receive.
And what to expect throughout this celebratory live, we're going to be doing a Q&A session, and we're also going to be doing a Soultry merch giveaway with some Soultry trivia. So stay tuned, stay with us throughout this live to potentially win some swag and also get some of your dire questions asked. I did take a peek. We got some good ones in here, but I'm going to also share the link in the chat if you want to ask questions anonymously, or you can just put them in the chat throughout the live. So let me go ahead and add that for you. But that is what is planned for today's live celebration.
Yes. And if you have been around our Soultry community for a while now, but you're new to tuning into our YouTube, you might have noticed that our trailer has changed. And so we were really excited to capture the essence and the beauty of our Soultry community through our annual festival. So over the last 2 years, we've worked with No Ends Media Company with our friend Pauline, and she's documented our journey from year one of the festival, then year two. And so we thought, why not have that footage from our festival, which is like our biggest birth so far? Why not have that be our new trailer to really capture what it's like to be in community with us? So that's what y'all saw in the beginning.
Yes. And to be able to have a new trailer after 5 years, like the first trailer that we've been using throughout the years was made in, I think, year one by Maddie Brillo, one of my former dance students who is now in film school at Chapman University. So shout out to Maddie for making our first trailer. And so yeah, we just want to acknowledge that growth. Yeah, year 5, we got a new trailer. Year 5, we're hoping to vision more things with y'all during today's reflection and Q&A session.
Yes, so we are really, really excited. So again, if you haven't already, you can submit your questions at the link below, and we'll answer those. And then also, if you have these answers for the trivia, you want to keep them handy. Okay, yes. So if you've been researching, if you've been paying attention, write them down on a sticky note, because when we do the trivia, it's gonna go fast. Okay,
it's gonna be fast. We're gonna do it. They're gonna be how we close out today's live. So you have to be live to win the merch, and you also need to be in the US. Okay, so for you international folks, we love you. You can participate, but maybe you have a friend in the US we can send the merch to. So that is, I want to just put that out there. But without further ado, should we get into the Q&A?
Yes.
Okay. So
one last thing I wanted to share. So we put our Venmo and PayPal, but we also have another special announcement. So Soultry Sisters, as our arts and wellness collective, we have been fiscally sponsored by this organization called Fractured Atlas, which is going to allow us to not only receive donations, but folks who donate to us can receive a tax write-off, because Fractured Atlas is a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you're wondering about that and what you need to do for your taxes, go to our website, soultrysisters.com/soultryfund, to bring arts and wellness for all. We are currently fundraising for our 3rd annual festival. That'll be this June 21st to 23rd. And we would love to receive more donations, or if you are connected to an organization that would love to sponsor our annual festival, just let us know. But you can go to the website. And if you're like, what's happening? Y'all keep talking about an annual festival. When is it this year? Well, wait no further. We have our festival page up on our website. So sultrysisters.com/SS festival, because it's our summer solstice festival. And you can join the interest list for this year, 2024. Again, save the date, June 21st to 23rd, to celebrate the summer solstice with us.
Yes. Y'all, this is growth. I want to say this is growth because never in our 2 years of planning our festival have we have so many definite things in the works this early in the planning season. So the fact that we have our fiscal sponsor to receive donations, the fact that we have our venue already, the fact that we have the festival interest list and page up, we are learning and growing, y'all. So I just want to acknowledge that we are celebrating the fact that we've learned so much through being able to provide for our community. And I wanted to share one more thing. What is it? I'm thinking, what is it? It'll come back to me. But without further ado, let's get into these Q&A questions. So it's here. You can, in the chat, you can submit anonymously if you want. You could just submit in the comments. But we wanted to provide our IG fam, because a lot of our following, a lot of our interaction happens on Instagram. We wanted to give people an opportunity to ask us questions. So starting off with some compliments, we have "You lit." Thank you. Thank you so much. That's not a question, it's a compliment, but we will receive it. We also have "I really appreciate you." Thank you so much. And now to the first question. So the first question from an anonymous supporter is, what has been the most challenging and rewarding part of working with your sister? Most challenging and rewarding part of working with your sister. I think I need to break out this drink for that. I'm just kidding. But I can start. I would say so people don't know this, but back in 2017 is when like the dreaming of what is now Soultry Sisters started. And I remember venting to my sister that like I just really wanted to work with someone, collaborate with someone that like matches my energy. When I say matches my energy, matches my dream energy, because I'm always flowing with ideas, matches my intense execution of ideas. And someone who really wants to bring people together. And at the time, Tony was living in Guam. I was living in San Diego. And it wasn't really practical, but we started like this Facebook private group with just the two of us. And we would like share pictures and ideas. And we just would like dream dump like idea there. And we didn't really do anything with it. But then we started Soultry Sisters in 2019, and I think
Girl.
it wasn't. What?
Never mind, it's fine.
What?
Never mind.
Oh,
Go, keep going.
Oh, anyways, I'm saying. So I guess the answer is the most rewarding part of working with my sister is having someone who, is really in like who dreams as big as I do, and who will be very creative and flexible with how that happens, and very open with it. Doesn't have to look exactly like what we write down, because on that Facebook group, a lot of things have manifested into different iterations. So I just really appreciate working with my sister because we're very similar, more than different.
Yeah, I feel like not everyone can work with their sibling. Like it's definitely not for everyone, but I think with us, yeah, because we have like a similar work ethic, I think our vision is very strong. I think we're very like spiritually attuned people. And so I feel like because our vision for Soultry is so strong and the dream, we have, the shared dream, then we both want to put in the work to show up and to create, the experiences we have for our community. And I think it's also beautiful because we are sisters and friends that like it's not as hard to bring up like if our capacity has changed or if there's certain things that like one other person needs to pick up, like we do everything essentially together. Like we both have the capacity to and the skills to do everything. So sometimes like one person will have more of the load and other times a different person. So that's been beautiful about working with my sisters, that like it's not as much pressure of like having to work.
Yeah,
it feels like fun.
It doesn't feel like work, but in the past year or two, we've had to create boundaries around like, okay, we're working now. We're not just kikiing. We got to get this done. But I would say the most challenging part for me is, but at the same time rewarding, is Tony moving to the East Coast. Like at first, when she was going to grad school, I was like, what's going to happen with Soultry? Like we've been working at this for like, it wasn't even a year yet.
No.
And so I was kind of like, this is going to be challenging. And it was challenging at first when we were on two different coasts. She was just starting grad school. And so, yeah, that was when like we had to be flexible with capacity. But now the most rewarding part is that we're bi-coastal and that we are starting to plant roots in a new city. So, but it was challenging, y'all. Being on two different coasts, we had to get organized. We have office hours now. We actually
that's like
time.
yeah, boundaries, because then being sisters and friends and business partners, there's times when I'm like, I'm not trying to talk business right now. Like I'm just trying to hang out with my sister. And then there's other times when like we need to get stuff done for our business. So let's have a dedicated day so we know that we're going to work on it on that day. So yeah, it definitely has taken creating boundaries in our own lives and the other work that we do and with each other as well. And yeah, so it's takes time.
And
and
I
yeah.
would say we nurtured a friendship before we went into business together. Like that was really, I think that's what sets it a different precedent. I think you said that earlier. So yeah, it's been a pleasure so far. And then next question, how do you feel your culture and ethnicity play a part in your business?
That's a good question. Well, we have a whole episode on Out of the Boondocks,
I'm gonna put
season
that
2.
in there.
Yeah, we're episode 4, I believe. And our episode is shared with a Filipinos of South Bay exhibit. But we really talked about our Filipino roots there. And so I would just quickly share about a little bit about the Filipino roots is with Soultry, like with our mom, like we've always grown up doing crafts. And then both of our parents were in the military, the US Navy. And so we had to move around. So our parents definitely growing up would put us in like our extracurriculars, like dance, so we can make friends. And so we grew up knowing the importance of like community, whether that was like our family in Houston on our dad's side or our mom's family from the Philippines, just like keeping in touch with your roots. Like our parents definitely taught us that. And then with our mom, Soultry Mama, then doing crafts, like it was part of her upbringing and through that was passed down through her mom and her parents and her family was all these creative gifts. And so that passed down through our lineage. And in the episode, we kind of talk more about kind of belonging and those kind of values that have been passed down from both our Filipino and our Black culture. And yeah, I don't know how detailed we want to go in, but you can share more details.
I would say if y'all have learned the Soultry strut, which is a Soultry line dance, that's definitely influenced from our both of our family, like being Black, being from Houston, like doing line dancing, but also Filipino, doing the like different like cha-cha dances in our family. So it's interesting because the things that are very distinct in each of our cultures are like similar. And so being Black and Filipino, we realize how many values of like feeding folks, entertainment is big. We do like something called karaoke social, but we also have the sultry strut. So I'd say like it definitely comes out in the different iterations of our programming. but really the value is bringing people together and feeding folks, having snacks. That's why we're like always going to make sure people have that, and also entertainment.
Yeah, so we always have, like, ever since our first event, we always had, yeah, like, a performance or art, of course. Then we have wellness. So we'll do, like, some type of mindfulness thing. And then we have craft. So again, that comes from Soultry Mama
Yeah.
passing that down to us. And we always have like a token for someone to take home with them that will remind them of what they learned at our event or our workshop. And even when it's been digitally, there's always something that people take away. And that's kind of what we got from both of our cultures. It's like, especially Filipino culture, you don't go home empty handed. You always will go home with something. And so, yeah, there's like little bits here and there throughout our events, but it's definitely been really important to why we're community centered and community oriented. Like, a lot of art and wellness spaces are transactional. They're very about, like, self-care as a luxury, self-care as things that you buy. And that's definitely different for Soultry, right? Like, what's really more about not only our internal work and healing, but how are we coming together as a community? And yeah, that's been passed down by both of our cultures.
There's also an element of reclaiming the narrative that, like, both of our culture and backgrounds have always had wellness practices. So learning about herbalaria, like herbalism in Filipino culture, but as well in Black culture. So we use, like Tony talks about, using like hibiscus tea, and we use bayabas, the guava leaf, for how we smudge. So we're definitely, like, as much as we are also acknowledging how we were raised by our parents, we're also reclaiming certain ancestral practices in the wellness realm as we learn and dive deeper into building a practice that is not, like Tony was saying, centered around commercial wellness, and more about reclaiming our ancestral cultural practices that have sustained us throughout the years of living on this earth. So it's a spiritual, and that goes into this next question, which is, how do you feel your spiritual and creative gifts are? Or what do you feel your spiritual and creative gifts are?
Okay. Yeah. So I guess a big one, one being me being a Pisces sun, and two, yeah, I think just my spirit thing. I'm like, I have really strong intuition. And so that's a gift that I feel like I didn't really see as a gift for all of my life, but I just be feeling things before I have words for it, and really in tune with the world around me, and the energies around me. So that's one of my spiritual gifts, is my intuition. And I feel like that helps also with what we do with Soultry, because I trust what feels good and what, in intuition is leading me towards. So I think that's why a lot of times what we do feels really aligned with our own journey, is because it's coming from where we're at spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and all of that. So I'd say my intuition, and also my connection with Mama Nature, Mama Gaia. So in the last 3 years, I've connected to now what we call herbalism, but ever since a child, I've been connected to the earth. And so now that shows in the herbal medicine that I create. So I feel like that's a spiritual gift that I have too, because I believe that the earth, spirit, and me are connected, and all of us are connected. And then I'll say my creative gifts, I would say, are like writing, dancing, of course. And I think I just like dabbling in different crafts and stuff. So I tend to not really label myself as certain things, but I like to create for the sake of creation, whether that's painting, whether that's doing macrame, ceramics, pole dancing. I feel like, yeah, I just really enjoy creating something out of nothing and having that be its own like beautiful thing.
Yes. Yes, I love that you shared that. As you were sharing your spiritual and creative gifts, I was like thinking like how can I like it's like oh, I'm always like long-winded with my
I know it's
answer.
hard to like because like
But
these questions I want to be concise, but it's like
yeah,
hard because it's like we could go so many
but
different.
I would say my spiritual gift is the ability to be a messenger for source. Like Tony was saying, being intuitive and like really grounding myself in like what I need, but also what like what I'm being called to share with my spiritual my personal spiritual practice.
Mhm.
And so I think my spiritual gift is being able to have like that connection to source, and then my creative practice is being able to share that through my work as
Mhm.
an artist. So my work, if you've seen like my films and the things that I do, it's always talking about the journey with spirituality and identity. So yeah, I feel like my spiritual practice and creative gifts like are in conversation with each other.
Mhm.
And yeah, my ability to really listen and create from a place of sharing a message that is more like that is for the mass, not just for myself.
Mhm.
And so having those downloads, but creating them in a sense that people can feel connected to them. I think at the festival, I shared one of my films, and so it was beautiful to be able to see folks in the Soultry community receive it and to show it in a place that is very like has that connecting and spiritual energy, because normally my work is not shown like that. So for me, yeah, that's my gift to be able to download and then create to share. All right, let's go to the next one.
Before the
Ooh.
next question, I
Oh.
wanted another announcement. So, if you're like, I love Sultry Sisters so much, I just want to share how much, this community has impacted me. Well, you're at the right place because you can leave a review. So, you can share a testimonial on Google. So, if you search Sultry Sisters, we have a Google site and then you can click leave a review on Google and you can share all the wonderful things that has come into your life from Soultry over the last 5 years. If you've already done a review before in the past, you can still do another one. Okay, you can do as many reviews as you like, but the
Mhm.
reviews really help us get more visibility when we partner with different organizations and kind of like corporate and nonprofit things like that. That's typically what they see first is our reviews and our website. So that's just a way to kind of share the love, right? Again, we're open to the abundance of support that you all are sharing with us, and a review is something that a gift that keeps on giving. So definitely Google us and then put a review up in there.
Yes. The next question is, and I think, I feel like Tony, you're gonna have more fun sharing this, sharing your answer. What city in the US would you love to live in? And what city in another country would you love to live in? So either or, you can answer both or one or the other.
How would you say I'd have more fun? You don't imagine living places?
I really don't. I would say, I imagine visiting. Like, what city in the U.S. would I love to visit? There's a lot of other cities I would love to visit, that I haven't visited yet. But live, I would love to visit New Orleans. Like, I would love to go there. I feel like me and Tony were supposed to go there in 2020 for like a trip, and I just feel spiritually called to that place. Maybe I would spend some time living there too. But yeah, I do feel called to like um live and visit New Orleans, um because I have a spiritual like calling there. I can't quite like put a name on it. I would
Well,
also
we
like
learned from Out of the
Moto Bay.
Boondocks that there's Morro Bay, that the first Filipino immigrants stopped in Morro Bay first, and they set up what are they called? Like communities there
community.
in
So
Morro Bay. Yeah, so like we have connection from our Filipino descendants and that lineage. So yeah.
I also like, because we have family in Houston, but we never like live there. Like I would love to. I mean, if I had to, live somewhere for a few weeks or do like a project, I would pick Houston. Notice I'm avoiding the cold places.
Even though she has all these sweaters and
You have
coats,
all
like
these
she's meant
sweaters.
for the Northeast.
Yes. Yeah, like those are two cities, like spiritually I feel like there's some things for me that will be revealed in both of those cities spiritually. But as far as like having fun, like I'd also like to visit New Orleans because of dance. Like I want to experience the different dance cultures. So there, and yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Nowhere international that you'd want to visit?
International, I would love to visit Africa. I would love to visit Africa. Specifically Ghana. But I would be open to any place. I feel like I've only been to Asian countries, so I would love to like go on to another country, and that would be my next country would be Africa. But if it were for like uh what's it called, music, I would like to go to London during like Selection when they're like doing stuff in London, but also the Red Bull like dance battles be in like London too. So I would be down to go there, but specifically for an event. But for Africa, like I would specifically love to go there and just explore.
That makes sense. So you do have places that you would like.
I know, but I just don't be y'all. Yeah, I do.
Anyway, we do travel together. That's why I'm so confused, because I was like, we have traveled the world, and she's like, I only want to be in San Diego. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you like to go places.
I do like to go places.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, many places. I'm a feather of a bird that I will fly and flock to wherever I feel called to. So it's actually surprising that I've been in Washington, D.C. for this long, because I haven't really stayed anywhere this long outside of like undergrad. But what really calls me is the Bay Area of California. So San Francisco, Oakland area. I feel like I like the art out there. It's California, so it's still a little bit warmer, but it's also city life. And they have a lot of like arts orgs, Black and women of color reproductive justice orgs. So a lot of the work I do outside of Soultry feels really aligned, but also Soultry has connections up in the Bay Area too. And yeah, so I feel like if I were to move back to California, it would be Bay Area, and that's like practical thinking, like where I would want to live. Spiritually, where I feel aligned with is Brooklyn, New York City. Specifically the borough of Brooklyn. Okay, the rest of New York, I don't know about y'all, but Brooklyn, that's Tony. Okay, like I have my best friend Jasmine there, but also there's a lot of like Black wellness stuff there. So I just feel so called. I feel so at home. I feel so creative when I'm in Brooklyn. So it's like a different energy than when I'm in DC. So I do like that part of that area is just very vibrant with creative energy. And is there anywhere else within the US? I want to say those are the main places within the US. And then if I were to go international, well, for visiting sake, I definitely want to visit Mexico. I've actually never really been outside of Tijuana, but I want to go to Mexico, specifically Playa del Carmen. I have a friend, Diva, who lives out there. So I want to visit that area. And there's a lot of like Black folks who've moved out there, and Black women specifically. So I could see myself being there for some time. Might manifest that for 2024. And London actually has been on my mind too, because I've known a few people who've done some like solo trips out there and like really enjoyed it. Yeah, for like the music scene, just the mixed like how eclectic the cultures
Yeah.
are there. And the accents, okay? Like
Okay. She's like, I love a
the
little
accents, the
Elizabeth.
accents, the accents.
Yes.
I would eat it up. I would eat it up. Uh, so, and then I really want to go, I guess, like bucket list places, because yeah, I'm like a wanderlust traveler, so there's a lot on my list. But bucket list places would be Senegal. Because like I really love Senegalese food, and I just feel like their culture is really unique. And what else would I want to go? I want to go to Belize, in the Caribbean. I've always wanted to go to Machu Picchu in Peru
Peru,
because I
yes,
like to
Peru.
hike too,
Yes,
even though it's pretty
Peru.
intense hike at times, but I'd love to do that. And I really want to go to Cambodia, because I've been to other Asian countries, but Cambodia. And I really want to travel more of the Pacific Islands. So I was just in Guam, like I lived there for 2 years, but like did not go to any other Pacific island, unfortunately. But there's so many, honestly. So I'd want to go to like Palau or other islands like that. So
Yes.
yeah,
all
soon.
those. Add me to hers. See, I just be going on her itinerary. Like, I'm with you, Tony. When you go, I'll go with you. Here's another question. What is one of your greatest accomplishments and disappointments? Is this in life or Soultry? I think we should keep it in Soultry. Let's keep it in Soultry just for the sake of time.
It's like we don't need to get into all of that.
Yeah. So, what is your greatest
Like, who's
accomplishment
asking these
and
questions?
disappointments?
Okay, I think for Soultry, I'll start with disappointments, I guess, or challenges. I guess a challenge that I guess leads to disappointment. A challenge would be like, because we're an arts and wellness collective, right? Like we really value collaborating with different partners, different businesses, different organizations, and other collectives in our community. And that's challenging at times because everyone has their own prerogative, their own vision, their own goals that they're going for, their access to things, their resources. So that's been challenging. And so the disappointment on that challenge is that since we started 5 years ago, there's been different people we've worked with that like haven't panned out to actually be a part of our community, right? More like acquaintances or honestly transactional. There's quite a number of people who aren't around anymore, and it's because it didn't feel aligned for either of us. And so that's been a disappointment of like getting excited to work with people, actually working with them, and then it doesn't really lead to like a sustained community and like that reciprocity that's really important in our values. So that's been something that's been disappointing throughout the years. And
yeah. I would say adding on that, a disappointment for Soultry is that people feel like our stuff should be free, and so that we really have to work hard on the back end to receive grants. So we have to write the grants, get the grants, and then 2, we have to also do corporate gigs, like corporate workshops. So because I guess a disappointment is that fact that doing that, bringing free things to our community is harder than I thought. Like it's harder than I thought. But the greatest accomplishment has been being able to create amongst that the adversity, right? To be able to still do it, to be able to really check in with our hearts and our spirits and saying like, we're going to do this no matter what, and the payoff will come. And the payoff has come in in having a community, and being poured into, as far as like when we do our free programming. But yeah, the biggest disappointment is like, wow, I thought like when you're giving, like the reciprocity is going to be like 50-50, but it's really like 100 to like 75 or 100 to 50. And that's something that I've had to learn and trust the process. I would say the biggest accomplishment was us still being able to do all these programs, even though really it's just two of us still.
Mhm.
Like, I'm disappointed that we don't have a team yet, but that's because of funding. But I'm proud that we are still able to produce and create an annual festival on the backs of just us two. But I don't
On
want to
top of other programs, we do an annual festival that has over 75 people and 10 plus artists that we coordinate, and at least 5 community organizations that we also partner with. And there's just 2 of us, and plus we still do ongoing soul flow, like our mindful movement practices. We still do our book club. We still have private contracts too that we do that we don't always share publicly. So yeah, we're busy all year. And then we added an annual festival.
So the greatest accomplishment I will share is like our ability to like stay true to our mission, even though like, you know, because we tell a lot of people like, how do you do it? It's like we do it because it's not like a transactional thing. Like some people will only do things and have businesses like if they're making money from it, and like that's not the case for Soultry. Like everything we make thus far has gone into the growth of the business, and so that's been like, I wouldn't say a disappointment, more so than like a lesson learned, right? Like so yeah, that's on that.
So I wanted to add to the accomplishment. So with the accomplishment too, I think us hosting our annual festival the first year, because it's been a vision of ours for a couple years now. I think even kind of in the beginning stages, we always thought like, oh, that'd be nice to do, but it was a year before that we did a professional development retreat at You Belong Here in San Diego with Nick Rock, and it was called The Huddle. And she was like, put your like wildest dream out there. And we put having a festival in the summer to celebrate summer solstice. And it was just like, oh, just put it out there, like a manifesting type of exercise. And we were nowhere near where we thought we would have to be to produce something like that. And we did it in the next within the next year of that, we were able to host our first annual festival. And for me, that was when it really clicked, like, oh, like we have something special here. Like we put art and wellness together. We're really accessible for our community. We're doing it in Oceanside, California. And if you're not familiar with our city, there's not always a lot of access to art, to wellness for BIPOC, for people of color, for low income. And so to do something of this scale for our community and for our community to actually be there was so beautiful. Because when we started, there was a lot more white women present. There was women of color, but it didn't always reflect us. And so I was happy by the time we did our annual festival that the people there reflected us, and they were so grateful to be in a space with other people that look like them, that were into the same things, and to get access to, a new community of like-minded people, to be able to share their art with people, because even the people who attend are also artists and creatives. So that is what I'm most proud of, is that Soultry now, for 2 years and going on 3 years, brings this very unique experience to our community. And we stayed very authentic to that throughout the process.
Yes. I also want to share, speaking of like getting to the point where we had this festival, shout out to our volunteers. Shout out to Soultry Mama. Shout out to our father, to the people who believe in our dream and want to see us succeed. So although we share our disappointments in like sustainability financially and growing the business like in an intentional way, we would not be able to function at that capacity once we built this festival without our volunteers. So shout out to volunteers. If you're if you're here in the live, name yourself, shout us out so we can thank you. we have some new questions coming up. Someone sharing, my parents always talk about you in a good way.
Oh.
And then someone says, please set me up with your friend. I don't know which friend. I don't know.
I know which one of are you talking? Like you need to specify which Soultry sister and which.
Please be
DM
me.
us.
Please be trying to set up with me. Okay. Anyways, next question. What was January 20th, 2019 a date intentional to start Soultry Sisters?
It was not. I mean, we probably thought about it and was like, "Oh, that's a cute date," but like, it wasn't. It was more so we thought at the end of 2018, we're like, we definitely want to do an event together because I finally was back in California. We're like, okay, we want to do something together. We want to collaborate. And why not do something in the new year? Because we love manifesting, and we love the energy of like setting intentions and visions for the new year. And so I want to say it was partially not intentional because it was just like planning wise, we needed enough time to like promote it. So we didn't do it like the first weekend because we needed time to promote and share people, but also sort of, yes, intentional because numerology, that's really important to us. So we probably chose that. But I think it also happened to be on a Sunday. So I think we also liked having things on Sundays. So it was partially practical and partially like numerology wise, we really like the numbers.
Yes, we have three more heavy hitter questions, but I'm going to save that. But first, I'm going to, get something light. At Tony, do you ever get homesick?
Oh, did you put that in there?
No, I did not.
I'm like,
at Tony, do you ever get homesick? I'd like to know.
Asking for a friend. Oh, it was Deja. Okay, someone else. Anyways, okay, Deja. But I do get homesick. But home is also an expansive term for me. So I get homesick in specifically California. Like I love being by the beach, being by the ocean. Like I'm near water here, but it's a river. So it's like different. But I miss like the ocean. I miss the warmth of California. I miss the like easygoing nature of Californians. Like we're especially San Diego, we're laid back people. So I do miss that part of home. And then in general, I miss the loves in my life that make it feel like home, right? So that's where my best friends are. So some of my best friends still are in San Diego and California, but some of them are in like Philly, New York, abroad. So I get homesick for that community a lot, but also I'm recognizing in my journey, my community is not all in one city either. Because even in California, there's people in LA, there's people in the Bay. So it's like, it's not necessarily homesick to a specific city, but I get homesick of like wanting to be around my people, if that makes sense. So yes.
Yes. Second to that question, at AJ, do you ever miss Tony when she is gone? Since you've been gone, I cannot breathe for the first time. Yes, I miss her. Y'all, every time I drop her off at the airport, I am a mess. I am crying. People be thinking she's going forever. She's like, I'll see you in 4 months. I'm like, like, I'm just, yeah. So I personally, yes, I miss Tony when she's gone. I wish we could live bi-coastally. Like now that she's in DC,
I do live bi-coastally.
No, I said me.
Oh, I think so.
Like we meaning me included, not just you. Because she'll come here back and forth, but sometimes I wish I could pop up on her in her Pisces dream space. So anyways, yes, I do miss her when she is gone.
Yeah, she misses me, y'all, because then if I don't answer her calls, then she'll be blowing up my phone. And then when I call her back, she don't answer my phone calls.
We don't need to share that information.
She does miss me, but I try to make it work.
Yes. Okay, let's go. This one. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's see. What would you hope most people learn and experience from Soultry Sisters?
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh.
one.
This we got two more. So this is the second one to the last, and we're gonna head into our giveaway trivia. So
Okay.
what would most people learn and experience from Sultry Sister? What would you most hope?
Right.
What would you
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. What do you hope people learn and experience from Sultry Sisters? I
Okay.
have the answer. Well, I have an answer.
Okay,
I
let's
have an answer,
go.
y'all. I have an answer, and Tony can, expand or have a different answer. Belonging.
That's what I was gonna say.
I want people to feel belonging. I want
Mhm.
people to feel like they can come as they are. That's what we try to be like as casual, show our relationship and the dynamics that we have, because we really just want people to really experience the full expression of themselves.
Mhm.
I want that for me, and I want that for y'all. Like, I want you to be able to embody the full expression of your being, and I want us to witness that. I want people to be able to witness you in that light.
Mhm. No, definitely like that belonging, and to feel community and like an authentic community, which I feel like we have been able to do because when people come to Sultry Sisters events, whether that's online, in person, the walking challenge, whatever it is, they've been able to actually meet new connections and make new friendships. And we've become friends with people in our community.
Mm-hmm.
And so to really feel that like genuine community, I think is something that I hope everyone gets to experience once they're in our
Mm-hmm.
community and in our family. And I also want, especially BIPOC, like people of color, to feel that Sultry is a soft place for them to truly rest, to truly experience soul care, right? To like not only come to an event and do a cute thing, right? Because we have all the aesthetics, we have the pictures, all that stuff, but to really feel like it's helping them heal, but not in like that big, like intense way, but just that like breath of fresh air, that
Mm-hmm.
refreshing relief of like, oh,
Yes.
like I can just be. Like I really
Mm-hmm.
want people to feel that when they come to Soultree, whether that's through book club, whether that's through our festival, to just be like I'm in the right place.
Yes. I'll also share hope what I hope people to learn from Sultry is I want our community, I want folks, if you're listening to this, I want you to have the audacity to do what you want to do.
Mhm.
I want you to have audacity. I want you to have shamelessness. I want you to not be afraid of falling forward, right? Because we have never created like out of perfection here at Soultree. Like there's a lot of things that we have to work through, like
Mhm.
internally, externally. And I feel like people are like, wow, how did you do it? I was like, we just had the audacity. And like in the Artist Way book we're reading, it's like what separates like artists from shadow artists, like people who want to make art, but have self-doubt, and people who are making the art, is audacity. It's not talent, perfection. It's not more money. It's audacity. Like there's this thing I want to do, and I'm gonna find a way to do that. And that's why Soultree has all this different iterations, because we're always trying to create that space of belonging, and it can look different. It can be virtual, it can be in
Mhm.
person, it could be those other programs. So I just really hope this inspires folks. If you have something you want to share, if you are needing a space, to have the audacity to say, hey, I need this, we need this, let's do it. Because me and Tony, as much as we like creating events, we love attending, we love receiving. So we hope folks learn that we are a space of to also collaborate. So if you're like, I have this idea, I want to do this thing, we're always open to supporting others in their manifestations too. So it's like a little bit of that.
Yeah, and with Soultree, again, our testimony is us doing the thing, right? We started 5 years ago just wanting to do an event to bring our community together and talk about New Year intentions. And then we just did another event after that, and another one, and then added this thing here, then did online events here, then did a festival. So it's like, I hope, folks are inspired to try a thing, right? And just try it out. We try
Try
a
it
lot of
out.
stuff out and then stop or we'll pause for a moment. We'll come back to things. A lot of things will just plant a seed and then it'll come into fruition later. So we hope that seeing our journey is a testimony for you all to just try things. And again, like Alyssa said, to like collaborate if that feels good for you, but also just our journey and our story. Hopefully that just like inspires you to do your thing, because we love also witnessing our community members do amazing things. Like a lot of y'all in the chat are amazing and have so many great offerings yourself, and we love being a part of that ecosystem. So again, it's just kind of like cultivating that ecosystem is that really important to us.
Yes. Okay, there's 2 questions coming in, y'all. This rapid fire for this one. What's your inspiration for all the great community events you host? Love you both.
Oh, yay. Inspiration, I feel like it's just whatever is we're doing in our current journey. So I started walking in 2021 or whatever, and then we were like, okay, let's start a challenge. and then we also like alliteration, and like words are really important to us. So we also always like to add soul into whatever we're doing, since we're Soultry sisters. So that kind of also guides us of like, oh, how can we add the like sultry flair?
We love a theme. We love a theme, and we love seasons. So what inspires us is the seasons of the year and themes. Like we just love a theme. We love cheese. We love being cheesy.
And we love tradition. So like if we do in February, if we're doing a Galentine's thing, then we like to do another one the next year. So we like having our sultry tradition. So that kind of guides us. And then we just add the little flair every year.
Okay. That was good. We were pretty quick. Okay, last question before the giveaway, y'all. Last question before the giveaway. Why do I sound like that? Okay. Where do you want Soultry Sisters to be for its 10-year anniversary?
Oh, it's an anniversary.
Thank you to everyone who asked this question. 10 years. Whoo. Okay, let's keep this concise too, because we will fill up this time.
We'll be like, actually.
Well, in the next 10 years, I would like Soultry Sisters where to be. I would love if we had like an arts and wellness center. Like if we had a physical space, a manifested physical space that was given to us through a transformative grant, meaning just money given to us because we're doing the thing and we're able to buy a building and have programming and have others come and do their thing. So in the next 10 years, I'd like that. I also like to have a team, like a team that's not just for the festival, a team that's not just the volunteers or a media team, like actual folks that work with us who get to do, to get to work with us because we're fun people. We're organized, but we have a ball. So I'd like to have an actual team.
Yes. And like piggybacking off of that, yes, I was also going to say like an art and wellness center for Soultry. We call our online membership the sanctuary. And so to have some sort of physical, tangible sanctuary is the dream. And yeah, I would say having a team, of course, but of course being able to be sustained ourselves, right? So start with ourselves. We need to sustain ourselves in our work. We do not pay ourselves right now, and that's hard.
That is hard.
So to have a steady, sustainable source of income that's pouring into us, that allows us to sustain our lives and allows us to pour into Soultry and be creative while also healing and being well ourselves, right? Like we're wellness practitioners, but sometimes, that goes on the back end because we're doing all these like business admin stuff. So it's like, if we, didn't have to work these other jobs full time to make a living, if we could, pour into Soultry and Soultry is able to sustain our livelihood, that would be the dream. Yeah.
I would love to see like in 10 years, like our arts and wellness center to be able to hold our other identities, like, us being artists and wellness practitioners, so that we can, like, Soultry is our main thing, but also encompasses all the other stuff we do outside,
And then I was going to add also Oh yeah, and then also within that time, Soultry definitely wants to do like retreats or some sort of
Travel.
experiences that link travel with wellness, with art of the different places that we go. And we started making connections in some beautiful places that we've traveled to, and so we're looking forward to sharing that with our Soultry community, because that's kind of what started me and Alyssa getting close as sisters and friends. Was traveling together. So we want to share that festivity. We want to share that beautiful experience of, cultural exchange, and just seeing the world through Soultry's eyes.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And now, y'all, it is time for the Soultry giveaway. Y'all ready? Tell me if you're ready. 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 Okay, we're going to start off light. We're going to start off with giving away some stickers. See these? Oh, wait. How do you do that thing?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So this is our Soultry sticker. First question. Where was our first Soultry Sister event? ¿Dónde está? Where? Where was it? Location. Not when. Not a date. Where?
Add in the comments below. First one to answer right.
And you can win multiple. If you're the first person to answer, you can win this whole thing. If you're the first person to answer.
All right.
Thina says Oceanside. Ha ha. Oceanside.
We got some Oceanside. That is where we're from.
That is where we're from.
City of the O, where the palm trees grow.
City of the O, where the palm trees grow. Okay. Anyone else? If not, we're gonna move on. We'll answer it, but the answer you can guess again. It wasn't in Oceanside.
Yeah, okay, so it's not Oceanside. Yeah,
it's not Oceanside.
Try.
So that's good though. That's good. Mother, you cannot answer.
Or if you know the specific venue, if you don't know like where it was located, like the city, but if you know the venue, you can put that into.
Hint: it was a small business.
Okay, California.
Oh, we're getting off to a slow start, y'all. Okay. This was a hard one.
I'm phoning a friend.
Phone a friend.
If you can get it in before we end the live, then you can get it. But should we move on to the next question? And
yes, let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Yes.
Los Angeles. No.
Okay. The next one we're gonna ask.
Oh well, Gaia kind of. She's saying the dance shop.
Oh. That's the closest.
Yeah, so I thought we'll give it to Gaia.
We'll give it to Gaia. Tony, you want to tell the answer?
Yeah, so it was at Dancing Soul Boutique in Carlsbad, California. So yes, so it is the dance shop, Gaia. So you were right.
So yeah, remember when we were starting, we didn't have a place, and so at the time, Tony and I were both working at Dancing Soul, and Della, being a gracious owner, was like, "You can use it when we're closed," and they were closed on a Sunday.
Yeah,
so that's also why we got the 20th. They were closed on a Sunday. So yes. Okay, next question: how does Soultry define soul care? How does Soultry define soul care? You don't have to get the words right, but you got to get close to. I mean the words meaning like that.
The order.
The order right. Yeah. You have to get the words right
because it's say whatever you want to say.
So it's like definitions. You got to get the words right, but the order in which you write the words.
Okay. Yeah. So what does soul care mean to Soultry?
So in the comments, I'm going to put the answer. So that was the answer to the first one. Where was our first event? Dancing Soul Boutique. And get it? It had soul in it. Dancing Soul Boutique. Yes. Oh, this one's hard. Y'all looking at the website, aren't you? Huh? Y'all checking our website.
Caring for self and community. Krista shares that. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Y'all Y'all can still comment what you think soul care
Yeah.
is. Self-care. Yane shares self-care and community care. Okay.
Mm. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I should have showed the prize for this one. The prize for this one is our postcards.
So Xenia, the owner of Village Rock Shop, she photographed Soultry. This is what, maybe 2019? And she is a photographer, so that's her art on the front. And then our logo, the Soultry Sisters logo that you see everywhere, is made by Annalicia Barros, my best friend from growing up. Okay, Deja shares our definition is soul care and sustainability. Okay.
All right. Shall we share the answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The answer is soul care is the holistic approach to nourishing our mind, body, soul, and community. I think Krista kind of got that first one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Krista, you have won. You have won our postcards. Okay. Y'all, this is where it gets serious. We doing the canvas bag. The canvas bag is next for this question. Be ready. Get the fingers ready. Our next question is, what is our sultry mantra? Ooh, it's on the bag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the bag. I'm a better write this.
So if you caught what we were trying to cover, then you should know it. Okay, y'all. So what is the Soultry Sisters mantra? And it's been the same all 5 years, so it's not a trick question.
Never
It's
changed.
been
We try to make, like, when we're giving these bigger ones, like, harder, so that you quick to jump on the answer.
Oh yay, Krista. Live vibrant and shine bright. Yay.
Krista, hot on the keys.
Oh, Thina got it too, but Krista was first, so sorry, Thina.
Dang. Oh, this last one is not on the bag, so I can show it to you. Last one is our tote bag. Toady tote.
And our canvas tote. So both the canvas tote and the canvas pouch are made out of organic cotton materials and sustainably printed locally in San Diego. And then the tote bag is from a sustainable women-owned company. So we try to be intentional with how we make our items.
Yeah, it's so funny. Chris, give me my things. Yeah, you deserve it. You quick. Okay, last question. What is Soultry Sisters' 4 pillars? What are our 4 pillars?
Okay.
Like,
so 4 pillars are 4 core values.
4 core values, 4 things that we be bringing to y'all. Our themes, our 4 themes.
Yeah.
You're like, pillars? Y'all ain't talking about no damn pillars. I mean, what are our
if you've been in our grant applications, then y'all would know.
Well, also, if you've been to our OG workshops, we used to do workshops online. We used to talk about these 4 pillars all the time in our intro.
Yeah,
so it's out there in the ether. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Virtual stuff. If you look on our website, it's there. And this bag, y'all, is high quality. I put so many books in there. I take that when I go swapping, and you know me, I swap till I drop. And so that bag can fit a lot. It's sturdy. Just it's organic cotton. So for both the pouch and the bag, do not machine wash them.
And look how thick this bottom is. This is a thick bottom. It's wide. Yeah. It's wide, y'all. It's not thin. It's not thin. It's wide. Look how wide this is. Look at this. Look at the bottom.
Exactly. You can I put books in there. When I go to the beach, I put all my little beach essentials, my little snacky snacks, my towel, all up in there. Okay, Krista's guessing that our 4 pillars are mind, body, soul, and community.
Not quite.
Well, like,
Soul
Not
right.
exactly.
Not
That's essentially
exactly.
our soul care definition. But yeah, our pillars are a little bit expansive / specific.
This might be
Larry.
hard.
Larry's like, swap till you drop. I wear my clothes until the hole gets too big. Exactly. So that's why I like to swap. So then I swap things in and out. So then I don't get to that point. Or I could just get a new thing of what I have already.
If we don't get this one, I have another question for the group.
Okay. We'll give y'all another minute to try to guess what our 4 pillars are. Okay, 4 core things of Soultry. So when you think of Soultry, what are the 4 things that
think about our programs? What are our programs
like
around?
what kind of stuff do we be doing? You know. Okay, Chris is adding sustainability is definitely one. Okay, but we need 4. We need 4.
Yes, sustainability is one.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Deja says celebrate, manifest, connect, create. Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, connect, create, celebrate. That's pretty close.
Yeah, because we do put on everything, connect, create, celebrate. So, and then she added manifest. I like that actually. We might need to adjust some things.
Ooh, girl.
Chris says I'm doing my best.
I mean, girl, you already won 2 things. You doing great.
Okay, we have Iane sharing sustainability, art, wellness, community.
Ooh.
Okay. I feel like we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
That's really good.
Deja sharing connect, create, celebrate, attract. I like that too. So I'm like, it's hard because y'all kind of have different elements of it.
Deja, I'm just trying to be like Krista. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How should we?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna have to buy the bag. Yeah, so if you're like, I don't know any of these answers, guess what? You can shop our Soultry merch on our website. So go to our website, soultrysisters.com/Soultry shop, and you can shop till you drop. Okay, so we got tote bags on there. We have our wellness blends. We have the stickers, all the things.
That is the other thing. So we do have another prize. It's the Soultry blend.
The blend. That's what I was wondering, but
yeah. Sorry, y'all. I was missing one. Y'all got another prize. Okay, so we have this one. Okay. Who's the winner? Let's put the answer in there. I think I'm gonna go with Iane on this one.
Yes, we can go with Iane.
Iane,
creative expression is the art. Yes, yay! Yeah, because so for ours, our 4 core tenets is soul care, sustainability, creative expression, and collective healing. So Iane mentioned art, wellness, community, and sustainability, and that's essentially.
And then the oil. Okay, I'm gonna be right back to get the oil to show. The question. Okay. The last question. The question: what is the significance of our Soultry Sisters starting in 2019? What is the numerological importance of us starting in 2019?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what earlier. That's why I was like earlier. I was like, because I thought you were gonna give them the answer to that earlier. All right, y'all. So why 2019? We kind of hinted at it earlier. Like with me being a Pisces. That's the only hint I'll give y'all is that I'm a Pisces. She's back, y'all.
This is our wellness blend.
So we make those by hand ourselves.
Yes, these are rose petals. And it has lavender, peppermint, copaiba, which helps for relaxation. Ylang ylang, which is a flower that comes from the Philippines, and then frankincense to ground. So it's a wellness blend of grounding, but also it's it has the duality of uplifting and grounding at the same time.
Yes. And the carrier oil is coconut oil. So just letting folks
know. Carrier oil. It kind of matches my My top.
Yeah, we're always in sultry aesthetics. Okay, Krista's guessing new beginnings for the 2019 significance. Kyle's guessing something about 8. Kyle probably hears me talk about 8 numerology all the time. And then Guy is saying Tony's birthday is on the 19th. Okay. I think we just need you to complete the sentence.
Yeah, complete. So
that's
yes,
one part of it.
That's one part of
20
it.
and then there's 19. So that's the 19 element. So what's the 20 element? But Guy is close.
Come on, finish it.
And we're sisters. We like to do things together.
We're sisters. We're attached by the hip. We're all in this together. We call 2019 our sister year for a reason.
Yes.
Gaia. Guys, is Alyssa, your birthday's on the 20th? Question mark.
Okay, we're gonna need like a Jeopardy, like what is?
Okay. But what's the significance? Like, those are 2 facts, but give us a sentence of how 2019 is significant. Yes, Tony's birthday is on the 19th. Mine is 20. We all have spent. I'm just making stuff up.
I love that. I love the creativity.
Yes.
See, that's the innovation.
Ooh, Kyle! Ooh, look at this one. Look at this one right here. That's the closest.
Okay.
That's the closest.
Now he's picking up on the astrology.
First and last day of Pisces. So yes, fun fact, February 19th is the first day of Pisces astrology. March 20th is the last day. Now, why is 2019?
What is those hands?
Yes, February 1920, but why 2019? There's a missing fact. Think about our sister order, the sisterly order.
But Krista shares, what an amazing year to follow your intuition and begin anew. Yes.
Yes. Okay, do we give on flattery?
I know. Krista knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. I mean,
Tony, what you think?
I know it's kind of hard because like Gaia kind of had the facts, but then Kyle has like the astrological significance. Okay, we'll give it.
Gaia, yes, okay. I was born first. So, Gaia, you're the closest. Congratulations. You win our wellness blend. So 2019, we call our sister year because my birthday is March 20th. Tony's birthday is February 19th. They are the bookends of Pisces, but I am the ate. Ate means older sister in Tagalog. So 2019, I'm the firstborn. Tony is the 19th, so our sister year. So we came into Soultry during our sister year. And yeah, there's 2 significance. It's definitely the Pisces thing, but the 2019 is because of the ate and the baby. So I was like, so thank you all so much for joining us for this celebration. If you have a drink, hold one up. We're going to do a last cheers with each other. Again, if you're like, I like that merch, you can shop our merch. You don't have to, you can be a winner. It's a win-win. You either want it or you can purchase it. So if you're like, dang, I was so close, you can be closer. So
you can be You too can rock.
You too can rock some swag. But thank you all so much for joining us, like on our birthday today. I congratulations to ourselves.
Yes, and then don't forget to donate to our festival community fund. We are crowdsourcing, we are fundraising to help make the festival more accessible to you all. And so go to soultrysisters.com/Soultry Fund to bring arts and wellness to all.
And
So
we appreciate your support. We appreciate your support so much. Thank you for rocking with us, whether you're rocking with us from January 20th, 2019 to today, 2024. Cheers.
Oh, I was trying to like cheers you.
Oh, cheers. Oh, wait, this way. Cheers.
5 years of Soultry and to many more years in community and soul care with you all. So we'll see you all soon. If you're in our book club, tune in every Wednesday for the next 11 more weeks. And go to our website, join the festival interest list to get updates on when tickets will launch. But we're excited to stay in community with you all. And thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you all soon.
Bye.